Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is November 25th, and right now we're looking at the visible satellite imagery. Check out the sun rising across the Pacific Ocean, and you can see we're pretty socked in with some of this fog here across some of the San Joaquin and the Sacramento Valley this morning. You can also see some of the snow-capped mountains across the Sierra Nevada. You can see Mount Shasta way up to the north there, and you can even see some of this marine there getting blown around. Get a little bit of some offshore winds here as we go through this morning, and that will be with us here for the next few days. Nice and sunny skies across Southern California there as well. So taking a look here at some of the National Weather Service offices putting out these forecasts, these are nice to see. And you can see maybe a little clip from the system as we go through the day Thursday for extreme Northwest California. It's not going to amount to much, however. And you can see Sacramento talking about their temperatures, and they've got the dense fog advisors out there. Use your low beams, slow down, do not stop, and still some beach hazard statements, but those are wrapping up here over the next couple of hours. Now, Southern California also mentions these offshore winds. You can see Santa Ana winds. This goes on in through Thanksgiving here, and nothing too extremely strong. You see Santa Lucia winds. That's just another name for some offshore winds across San Luis Obispo County. And precipitation over the weekend. You might have seen this one on the Hanford National Weather Service, California, but we'll take a look at the latest here on that because it's switching up run to run. So I'll show you the latest here starting in a moment. But let's take a look at the North American model, high resolution model. We're looking at wind speeds at about 80 meters above us here. And you can see as we go through the day today, you're seeing these offshore winds from the Bay Area, Central Coast, all the way down through Southern California, the gusty northerlies here coming across Southern Nevada into the desert area, San Bernardino County, Western Arizona also. And that stays with us, picks up a bit here as we go through tonight. You can see, again, these northeast winds with that offshore component across much of Southern California. And again, the Central Coast up towards the Bay Area. Winds lighter through the valley areas, having a hard time burning off some of that fog over the next few days. But as we go all the way on into Thanksgiving, you can see again this offshore flow just remains with us, and some gusty northerlies all the way down the California-Arizona border, back down towards the Gulf of California there as we go on into Thanksgiving. You finally start to relax those winds a little bit there across Southern California. And if we take a look at the accumulated 10-meter max wind gusts, again, not a major wind event or anything like that, but you could get some gusts into the lower 40s, some nuisance power outages or some nuisance damage maybe. Now, also look at this visibility in miles. This high resolution rapid refresh shows that fog in the Sacramento and San Joaquin Valley. Scroll through the day today, a lot of that burns off, but it redevelops as we go through the early morning hours tomorrow, and then it redevelops as we go through Wednesday night and on into Thursday morning. Look at that, just completely socked in on Thanksgiving morning across the valley areas, but elsewhere, some pretty nice weather and some pretty good visibility, nice sunny skies. Now, taking a look at the artificial intelligence, this is at 500 millibars, or about 18,000 feet up in the atmosphere. There's Thanksgiving Day storm, just again clipping northern portions of California with that one. And then this cutoff low, or this low that eventually gets cut off, was showing a bit closer to the coastline in some of the previous model runs, but that's kind of pushed a little bit too far off to bring any notable precipitation in California. However, now it has this one rolling down off the coastline, but this is all the way on in through next week. So it's a ways out there still, but that would be an impactful storm for portions of California. It kind of gets a bit becomes a bit of a closed low and gets cut off there also. Again, we'll be watching this daily, try to pinpoint the next storm system, but it does look like we're going to get one probably in the first week of December. If we take a look at what I just showed you here, there's that closed low that stays too far away to bring precipitation on the latest European artificial intelligence, but then the next system gets ramped up here, and that's a pretty impactful storm for some portions of California as well. So again, lots to watch here over the next few days, trying to nail down those details and get some better model consistency with what's coming. And taking a look at percent of average precipitation for the last month, as you can imagine, we've been doing quite well here across much of the state of California. And looking at temperatures here as well, you can see this is Wednesday, this is tomorrow. Let's back this up one step here so we can see today's high temperatures. You see some nice mid and upper 70s across Southern California. Some areas having a hard time warming up if you're around some of the fog there, Fresno, I-5 corridor and whatnot, Modesto out there as well. And then we go to tomorrow, Wednesday, there's Thursday, there's Thanksgiving, and you can see some areas into the 70s, some mid 60s in the northern Sacramento Valley, the Bay Area, probably right around 60 degrees there as well. And of course, warmer across the desert regions. There's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, not much change there coming up. Again, depending on what the storms want to do as we go on into the later portion of the forecast. But yeah, check out the Patreon page if you like. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I'll talk to you guys later, and I'll catch you in the next forecast.